Hi. I'm not going to say what I always say every Sunday morning. I'm just going to say hi. Old Vine Zen, let's do it. I have a friend who's going through a lot of emotional times right now. And she was over yesterday, and she's making choices in the maybe not the greatest choices because she's in the middle of this emotional upheaval, right? I mean, she's right in the middle of it. And so, have you had a friend where you see them walking off a cliff and you want to stop them? You want to pull them back, please. And so you try to reason with them. You try to say things that might give them a different look at something or a different path they could take, and nothing works, and you get frustrated because you care about this person and you see that it's going to have a bad ending. And it had me thinking about how we suffer because we're really illiterate. We're really illiterate in reading ourselves. Now, we've been taught in school how to intellectually learn all those things, the studies, the reading, the writing, the math, all of that. But we were never taught how to become literate in our emotions, how to read ourselves, to be able to read ourselves, to find that place in the middle of this upheaval and kind of bring ourselves inward and see what we're doing, and not just reacting to all of this emotion and making bad choices and doing things that are going to hurt us, and not just hurt us, but hurt the people around us and hurt us collectively as a people. We have never learned how to look deep within ourselves in these emotional times. And I'm not talking about avoiding them or getting rid of them. I'm talking about reading ourselves emotionally so we can get through these turmoils without wrecking our minds, without wrecking our lives. And yesterday it was just awful for me, because anybody who was not involved could sit there and see clearly the things that she was doing and was going to be doing that were going to be just harmful to her and everyone else. So these emotions were not based on any reasoning. There was no reasoning, emotional reasoning. It was lacking there. And we tend to just do what kind of satisfies our impulses rather than find some reality in the midst of all of that emotional turmoil. And I came to the point that I had to just wash my hands of it. I just had to stop because we were not getting anywhere, and the defenses were coming up, and this frustration, just let it go. And it's hard to do when whatever that person is doing is going to also affect you or the people around you. It's hard to do that, but you gotta do it. You cannot do this for people. And that is so hard. It's so hard not to try to solve their problem. But you can't. And I think this will continue to happen to all of us. And all we can do is to work on ourselves. That's all the power we have, is to work on ourselves. To sit with our emotions and to delve in deeply and find some reasoning, some reality. That's all we can do is for ourselves. And I'll tell you, yesterday it was like, oh my God, it was so hard. And it's still hard. I just think about it. And it's hard for me not to feel, I don't know if you've ever done, feel resentful, like I just want to shake her. And I can't. And I can't hold it personally against her because I know I've done the same thing. So I want to share that. Maybe you've been in that position, or maybe you will be in the future. You've got to let it go. You cannot do this for someone. You cannot. So let's meditate on that. Maybe you're in the midst of something and you gotta let it go. If it involves someone else, it's their stuff, it's theirs. You can be there to, help pick up the pieces, but you can't stop it. They're going to do it. Whatever they are, they're going to do it. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. So maybe we should calm down. Yeah, let's calm down and take a breath. So breathe in and breathe out for a moment. And just let's settle ourselves here. And maybe you're going through something like that. And it's not easy because we're going to want to do the thing that satisfies our impulse, but we need to bring some emotional reasoning to ourselves. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, soften your belly, stretch your toes out. I hope you don't have to have shoes on right now, but if you do, you can still kind of stretch your toes a little bit. Take another deep breath in and a breath out. Relax your jaw, your cheeks, your eyelids are softly closed, your brows are lower. You just feel your breath as you breathe in and breathe out. You let the tightness go down the back. If you have any back muscles, lower or upper back that feel tight, see if you can release those muscles. Oh, our emotional problems. There comes a point in our lives when we have to learn how to solve them with reason. In a way that makes sense, where we don't bring harm to ourselves or to others. We sit in this quietness together right now. Whether we are going through it or we have a friend or family member that is going through it, all we can do is to be there as much as we possibly can without losing our sense of ourselves. We might have to walk away for a while just to keep our minds healthy, kind of separate ourselves for a while. We can always go back. And if it's happening to us at this time, Let us sit with our emotion and delve into it a little bit. Not distract us, not to push it away, but to delve into it. Are we making the right choices with reason? Does it make sense? Is there any kind of sense there? And if we're honest with ourselves, we'll see it. We'll see that perhaps we're doing things that don't make sense, that aren't reasonable, that are leading us down a path that isn't healthy. We just sit with it a while. It'll be the hardest when it's dealing with ourselves. It's much easier when we see it in another. It's not easier to let go, but it's easier to see it. I've come to the conclusion none of it's easy, whether it's with ourselves or with another person we care about. It's never easy, but it must be done. It must be done. Breathe in and breathe out. Relax into that for a moment. We don't want things to threaten our minds or our lives. Our well-being. We want to make good choices. They won't always be right. We'll make mistakes. But then we'll see our mistake and we'll do better. Breathing in and breathing out. Relax. Let us learn to delve deeply within ourselves and to learn when we have to let go for another. We cannot do their work for them as much as we'd like to. Breathe in and breathe out. Let us keep helping as much as we can and learning when to step back, when to move in, and when to step back. Breathing in and breathing out. May your days going forward be filled with peace, some joy, some kindness. Now we will bring our meditation to a close for today. And as we slowly bring ourselves back, you can reopen your eyes if you'd like, or you can remain where you are with your eyes closed. I really thank you for listening to me. I know that you've all been where I'm talking about, where you want to help someone and it's just not working. Take it from me, you've got to step back and just let them be. Let them go on their own path. You just you can't make them see it. You can't. You can be the most reasonable, most logical person and lay it out just perfectly, and they won't see it. They have to see it themselves. They have to do the work, right? Right. So, okay, on that note, I think we'll go forward into the rest of our lives and with our eyes open, right? Okay, so thank you for joining me. Take good care of yourself. Chin up, right? Eyes forward, step at a time. Here we go. Take care. Bye.